Hello there and greetings everybody. Welcome here to Prog Monster. My name is Murph. I am the host of this show, a show dedicated to progressive rock and other forms of rock music. So we're back here for my series that we're running for the month of November, my 30 favorite albums from the year 1979. Today's band, this is day number 14. Sorry, forgot there for a minute. Day number 14, featuring a band that was my favorite band for quite a few years before they were replaced. We're talking about Kiss and their Dynasty album, released in May of 1979 on the Casablanca record label. This is the beginning of the changes for them. This album is different than the predecessors, which were all kind of hard rock oriented. This one's more of a power pop, a little bit of disco on here. Very different sound, much clearer sound too. The individual vocalists are much more easy to tell than they were on the other albums. I mean, you can tell now by going back, but when this came out, we all knew who was singing what. That was for certain. This kind of has that solo album feel to it with some of the tracks, definitely. Very clean and lots of really good stuff on here. This is an album I liked. Even though it was different than anything else they did, I still liked it a lot. And I still like it a lot. I still think it's one of their better albums. So you've got, of course, this is the last kind of album that features the classic members of the band, Gene and Paul and Ace and Peter. Yep, all four of them on this album, although this would be Peter's last, and he didn't last very long into this one either. So this album was produced by Vinnie Poncia as well. I did not realize that, but it was. So it's got 9 tracks on it. Really good album. All of the Paul songs, I Was Made for Loving You, Sure Knows Something, and Magic Touch, this is amongst Paul's best vocal songs, I think, in the discography of Kiss. Such a good, solid sounding voice. One of the best rock voices, I think. Of course, this is Ace Frehley's making his kind of come out here on this Kiss album, even though he did on his own solo album sing all of that. But here he's got 3 tracks, which is Save Your Love, Hard Times, and 2000 Man, the cover of the Stones song. I think he does them all really well. I think the 2000 Man song sounds better than the Stones did. He's got a kind of different sounding vocal than most rock band, but I really like the sound of his distinct voice. He's probably my favorite member of the band, and almost all the stuff he does I like. He actually had more cuts here than Gene did, which is unusual. I don't think that happened anywhere at any other time in their history. Gene has just the 2, X-Ray Eyes and Charisma. Charisma's a good song. I love the beat. I love the up-tempo beat to it, but it's kind of, the lyrics are kind of shallow, and X-Ray Eyes is the same. I don't really care for the lyrics on either of them. And then, of course, you have the Dirty Living track, which is Peter's last with them. If Peter had done more of that on his solo albums, he would probably still be singing and doing stuff now, but he just, for some reason, he liked to do what he liked to do, which is not really going to sell him anything. So, but Dirty Living, great song, heavy. Peter's voice is fantastic. The whole album is actually quite good. I know it took some hits because it wasn't like the Destroyer, Rock and Roll Over Love Gun albums of that time period, but still a very good album. They kind of slid around for a bit after that with Unmasked and The Elder before they kind of got themselves a little bit more on track with Creatures of the Night. But by then, there was just Gene and Paul left and a horde of musicians that they threw on that album. Anyways, this is a great album. I think it's well deserving of attention. If you don't really like that heavier Kiss stuff, this one is not bad. So anyways, it comes in for me number 14 on my ascent to the best album of that year. So I hope you enjoyed this video as much as I did making it. If you did, or you have any comments about Kiss, which I'm sure I'll get some, please put them in the comments section below. Please hit the like button so I know that you're enjoying what I'm doing. And again, hit the subscription and the bell if you want to be notified of this content. And we will see you again on the next episode of my 30 favorite rock albums released in the year 1979. Have a good night. Take care.